this. Welcome to Korean in Japan, and my name is Keijin. 안녕하세요, Keijin입니다. A lot of people think Korea and Japan are similar in terms of the food or table manner, but actually as a Korean, I noticed a lot of differences. So today, in this video, I want to introduce the differences. So let's go! So this is actually my favorite, this ebi basil. Cheese. So the first difference that I noticed was the utensil. Ta-da! So in Japan, the chopsticks are usually wooden or plastic, while in Korea, we use metal chopsticks. Also in basic table setting, they have chopstick only, but of course it depends on the menu. Some dishes require spoon. In that case, they have spoon, but chopstick is only the basic utensil in Japan. In Korea, we always have spoon and chopstick together, and talk about that. Let me finish this. So in Korea, our basic table setting always includes spoon and chopstick. And chopstick is thin metal. Also, the spoon is actually longer than other countries. It's as long as the chopstick, and it's still metal. So the shape of spoon is like this. I put the picture. Also, the location where you put chopstick and spoon are different. In Korea, we put the chopstick and spoon next to rice and soup and utensil here. In Japan, they put the utensil, they put the chopsticks, rice and soup, and between it. When I came to Japan for the first time, I didn't know this, so I always placed the spoon and chopstick on the right side here. But then Japanese people tried to correct me, they put chopstick here, so I thought that's very different. The next difference is the order. When you get all the food, we don't start eating together. We wait until the oldest person or the person with the highest social position start eating. So they eat first, and then we see them for eating, and then we start eating too. So that's the Korean manner. In Japan, you start eating all together by saying "itadakimasu." And the next one is rice bowl and soup bowl. In Japan, you hold the rice or soup when you eat it. For example, imagine this is the rice bowl. So you hold like this and then eat with chopstick. And in Japan, there is even saying that if you put just rice bowl and then soup bowl on the table and eat, then it's like inuguri. It's like a dog is eating. It's exactly opposite in Korea. So in Korea, we put the rice bowl and soup bowl on the table and eat it. If you hold the soup bowl and rice bowl like this and eat, we say this is like the way the beggars eat. The beggar or the Inu thing, they are not trying to blame each other, it's just a cultural difference. For example, in Japan, there was a samurai culture, so as I know, samurai doesn't bow to other people, so they always have to straight. Eating straightly is also very important, while in Korea, our bowls are usually metal, so it's very hard. You cannot hold this, so that's why our culture is settled as like you put on the rice bowl and soup bowl on the table and eat it. So that is our culture. Today is Niku fair. So everything is Niku. Actually, I don't like roti, so I always order this kind of meat-based sushi. Okay, so the next difference is when you eat rice. In Japan, you always use chopstick to eat rice, while in Korea, we use spoon for rice. And also soup too. In Japan, you use chopstick for soup. So in soup, there are some things like the vegetables or meat. Ta-da! So good. Wow. This is fried fish and broccoli on it, and I don't know these sauces. Okay, so in Japan, you use chopstick for some vegetables and meat in the soup. The soup itself, you drink it just directly like this. But in Korea, we don't drink soup. It always have to on the table, and we use spoon for drinking the soup. Next one is hands. In Japan, they use both hands. Right hand usually use the utensil like spoon or chopstick to eating, and then left hand use a support like this. If you put your bowl on the table, you still hold it. Your both hands are usually on the table. While in Korea, we use just one hand mostly. So for example, spoon or chopstick, we use it like this. Left hand is usually on our lap. So it's under the table. So when I came to Japan for the first time, I always put my left hands on my lap because that's the manner in Korea. But I was always corrected. Like, oh, you should put your hands on the table. That is Japanese manner. So I thought that's very interesting. One thing correct in Korea can be not correct in Japan. And there are also different chopstick manners. For example, in Japan, you cannot hold the same food with different chopsticks because that reminds Japanese people of funeral. In funeral, after burning the bone, you hold each side of bone with two different chopsticks. So that reminds of funeral. So Japanese people think that's really bad manner. But in Korea, that's so common. For example, like the meat is too big or kimchi is too big, then we hold the edge of the kimchi or edge of the meat to help them cut it easily. So in Korea, that's so natural. And then when I'm having trouble with the size of kimchi or meat, my friends always help me. That's why I tried to do that in Japan. But in Japan, that will surprise Japanese people. So please don't try to hold the same food if you use chopstick. This is too big. It's impossible to eat in one bite. And the next interesting thing is when you eat curry. In Japan, there are curry on the rice and they never mix. While in Korea, we usually mix it. As a Korean, the reason why we mix it is that because, you know, the amount of curry is limited. Rice too. So if you don't mix, you have to calculate the ratio. In the end, what if there is only curry left? What if only the rice left? And also, if it's not mixed, the taste is not even. Sometimes you have lots of curry, so it tastes too strong. Sometimes it's too weak. But if you mix it, you solve all the problems. So as a Korean, I'm more comfortable in mixing it. But in Japan, if I mix, they were like, they surprise it. They think it doesn't look good, and also they don't really have the bibim culture. In Korea, we have bibimbap, bibimyeon, bibim noodles. So we are really used to that bibim, the mixing culture. Taran, dessert time! Wow, this is, what was it? It's like Basque cake. Basque nattoka cake. Basque cheesecake. Oh my god. Last difference is noodles. In Japan, when you eat noodle like soba, udon, ramen, they make a huge noise like In Korea, traditionally we don't make sound, but these days because of mukbang culture, mukbang is eating broadcasting. So on YouTube you see a lot of YouTubers eating food, and then when you make noise, it looks more delicious. So that culture became popular these days. So a lot of people make noise while eating noodle, but traditionally making noise while eating noodle is considered not really polite. As for me, I find it very difficult to make noise while eating noodle. But I'm trying because that's Japanese manner, and now I'm in Japan. In Rome, you follow the rule, and I'm trying. So today we talk about the different table manners between Korea and Japan. How was it? Do you know any other table manners which is different between Korea and Japan? Please let me know in the comments. And I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give thumbs up and subscribe. I want that. So thank you very much and see you in my next video. Bye bye.